Alright, this is how to install Docker on Windows 11, fast and easy. First, look up Docker in your preferred search engine and head to its homepage, or go straight to docker.com. On the homepage, click the big Download for Windows button. In the drop-down that appears, choose Windows AMD64. This is the right version for most users. Whether you have an Intel or AMD processor, this version works just fine. Give it a moment to download completely before moving forward. Now, before you proceed with the Docker installation, there are a few things you need to set up for Docker to work properly on your system. To start, open a terminal and type wsl to check whether Windows Subsystem for Linux is already installed on your machine. If it's not installed, the terminal will prompt you to press any key to begin installing it. Go ahead and do that to start the process. If it doesn't offer that convenient option, simply type wsl:/install and run it manually to get things going. When prompted during installation, press yes to start the installation process and wait for it to complete. Once the WSL installation finishes, you'll need to restart your PC before continuing. This ensures the WSL environment is fully registered with the system. After restarting, search for Turn Windows Features On or Off in the Start menu and open it to access these important settings. In the list that appears, scroll down and make sure Windows Subsystem for Linux is checked and active. If it isn't already enabled, toggle it on and wait a moment while Windows applies the necessary changes. When prompted after making these changes, restart your computer to finalize the setup. Following the restart, right-click on the taskbar and select Task Manager to check one more important setting. Switch over to the Performance tab and click on CPU to view processor information. Take a look at the virtualization field displayed on this screen. If it says enabled, then everything is ready and you're good to continue with the installation. If it says disabled, you'll need to enable virtualization from your BIOS settings before continuing with Docker setup. To access these settings, restart your PC and enter your BIOS or UEFI settings during startup. Look carefully for a setting related to virtualization. It's typically found under menus like Advanced, CPU Configuration, or Security, depending on your motherboard. If you're using an Intel processor, the setting might be called Intel VTX or Intel Virtualization Technology in your BIOS menu. For AMD processor users, look for options labeled SVM mode or AMD-V in those same settings. Enable this important feature, save the changes, and exit the BIOS to boot back into Windows with virtualization properly configured. Great, now it's time to actually install Docker on your system. Locate the installation file you downloaded earlier and double-click to launch it. In the configuration window that opens, leave both options checked. Use wsl2 instead of Hyper-V, which is the recommended setup for most systems and provides better performance. Go ahead and click OK to begin the installation process when you're ready. Once the installation completes, you'll see a confirmation screen letting you know it finished successfully. Click Close and log out when prompted to complete the setup process properly. Windows will automatically log you out to finalize the Docker installation. Simply log back in afterwards to continue setting things up. At this point, Docker will launch for the first time and begin its initial configuration. Here you'll be asked to review and accept the Docker subscription service agreement if you're using Docker for personal or educational purposes, or in a small business with limited resources. You can use it for free without any cost. Go ahead and click Accept to continue with the setup process. Next, you'll be asked to sign in to a Docker account or create a new one for additional features. If you're using Docker for personal use or just getting started with container technology, you can actually skip this step for now and set it up later. You'll see a brief survey appear, which you can either skip or fill out. It's completely optional and won't affect your Docker installation. And just like that, you're in. Docker is ready to use on your system, and you can start creating containers right away. If you found this guide helpful, please hit the like button and subscribe for more tech tutorials. See you in the next video.